In this video, we are going to see the DDoS configuration in Commando Marshall C3500 series routing switch. So let's start. Configure terminal, IP ICMP, intercept, max count. I want to change the max count. Default is 500. If I want 100, then IP UDP, intercept, max count. Default is 500. You can change according to your choice. So let us say 100. We can also enable the Smurf attack interception. In the later video, I will explain the terminology. So IP Smurf intercept. We can also have sync flood intercept enabled and set the max receive sync packet rate as per our choice. For that, IP TCP intercept max count, default is 500, we want to set it 100. Then we can enable the fragile attack intercept. So IP fragile attack, we can enable a small packet attack intercept and set the receive packet length to be more than or equal to 32. So IP small packet intercept max length we can have, default is 28, we can make it let us say 32. Then IP EQ, so it enables the packet source IP address equal to destination IP intercept. So IP EQ intercept, we can enable the packet source MAC address equal to destination MAC intercept. So IP MAC EQ intercept. So these are very simple straightforward command. So with show IP intercept configurations, we can see the configurations which we have done in Commando Marshall C3500 series switch. Let's understand the theory behind it. Threat is generally a potential to break in, destroy, steal or otherwise modify something without permission. So there are various common attacks like spoofing attack, which focuses on the vulnerability, man-in-middle attack, which attacker quietly wedge itself into communication path, reconcile attack to discover more details about the targets, buffer attack, so that buffer or temporary memory are blocked, so no space is available for sending properly the data. Malwares, so these form the malware software like Trojan horse or malicious software that are hidden in the package. So it will affect the normal or legitimate users. Then phishing attacks to lure the victim into the visiting malicious website. Then farming attack to send the victim to malicious website to follow the disguised link. In this video, we are going to see the denial of service attack, DOS attacks. They occurs when attacker is able to deplete a system resource service and system become unavailable or crash. DOS attacks can involve something in as simple as ICMP echo ping packets, a flood of UDP packets, and the TCP connections such as TCP sync flood attack, distributed denial of service attacks. Because of the attack is distributed across a large number of bots, all the flooding or attacking the same target. Denial of service attack is an attack meant to shut a switch or a networking device, making it inaccessible to its intended users. So DOS attack accomplish this by flooding the target with the traffic or sending it information that triggers a crash. In both instances, the DOS attack deprives the legitimate users of services or resources of the network, so that any attempt to make the switch unavailable to the legitimate users. These attacks saturate the switch with external communication requests so that it cannot respond to legitimate traffic. These attacks usually lead to the switch CPU overload. Victims of DOS attack often target web servers, high-profile organizations such as banking, commerce, media companies, and government and trade organizations. Through the DOS attack, do not typically result into the theft or loss of significant information or other asset. They can cause the victim or the user a great deal of time and money to handle, and the slowness of speed is there. There are two general methods of DOS attack, like flooding services or crashing services. So flooding attack occur when the system receives too much of traffic for the server to buffer, causing them to slow down and eventually stops. Popular flood attack include buffer overflow attack, ICMP flood attack, sync flood attack, and other DOS attacks simply exploit the vulnerabilities that cause the target network or the services to crash. The input is sent that takes advantage of the bug or to the crash or severity, destabilize the network so that it cannot be accessed or used. So the ICMP IP ICMP intercept command to configure the system to resist the ICMP flood attack, and you can, by default the count is 500. So for that, configure terminal, IP ICMP intercept, max count, default is 500, you can make it 100. So this way, to resist the IP ICMP intercepts. Then IP smurf intercept is a command to configure the system to resist the smurf attack. By default in commando switches, IP smurf intercept is set with default values. So the smurf attack is a form of distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks that renders the computer network inoperable. The smurf program accomplishes this by exploiting vulnerabilities in the Internet Protocol IP and the Internet Control Message Protocol ICMP. So for that you can have the IP smurf intercept. IP fraggle intercept command to configure a system to resist the fraggle attack. For that you have to use the command IP fraggle intercept. By default, commando switch is set to mitigate those attacks with default values. You can change this value as I have already shown previously. Then IP UDC intercept command to resist the system from UDP flood attacks. So for that, IP UDP intercept, max count, and you can give the count. IP intercept command to configure the system to resist the sync flood attack. For that, IP TCP intercept, max count, and we can give the max count. The IP small packet intercept command to configure the system to filter the small packets. So IP small packet intercept length, let us say I want 32, which we have previously configured. We can have the IP MAC equal intercept command to configure system to intercept the packet whose source MAC address equal to destination MAC address. So for that, IP MAC EQ intercept, this command. IP EQ intercept command to configure the switch to intercept the packet whose source IP address equal to destination IP address. For that you have to use command IP EQ intercept, You can check your configuration by using show IP intercept config. So this way you can see, or show IP intercept statistics. You can see the statistics. If this information is useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you for your precious time. See you in the next video.